Cimaron 5 INC Banquet Bar, Restaurant, Bar, and Motel. This is downloaded PDF for Cimaron 5 INC Banquet Bar on 1400 East Main Street. And the policy number is insurance coverage is active. And the back of the restaurant's damaged. So we're going to West Side Pizza, Banquet Bar, Restaurant, Bar, Motel. Banquet Bar, Restaurant, Bar, Motel, West Side Pizza, Highway 2017. 1400 block East Main Street. So we're gonna tell them nothing's damaged, so we can find out exactly the fire was burned up with accelerants. There's a Ford, and there's a Chevy.
Hello?
And there's a fire in the back. There was a fire in the back of the restaurant.
In the back?
Yeah, it's taken care of. It was at 4 o'clock, and remember I said it was about 4 o'clock when they finished extinguishing everything. The corner of the gutter, there's a tree here, and the second tree, they poured a combustional gasoline on it and lit on fire. It was totally green. It's not spontaneous combustion. It was done on purpose.
Somebody.
At 4 o'clock, yeah, I cornered him. I called the police department, and I sat down. I sat on the chair, and I sat and waited, and I got a description of him. But he ran to one room, and then he ran to another room. And then when I was sitting, he got into the van, the green van, drove off with him, and he came back 7-8 minutes later when I was downloading the first recording with the mirror opening the party hall door. The food that you're supposed to be cooking inside the party hall. So the same guy that was in number 56, he can open that window and jump out. He did, jumped into the other vehicle in the parking lot and took off. But when he came back, the second he drove off with the guy in the green van, and he came back in the green van to see if I was there. I was sitting in the chair. I was just downloading information. He didn't know. He doesn't know I'm inclined with computers. He didn't know this was a camera. So he jumped out the window out of 56 into another vehicle and swapped vehicles and left one vehicle behind. So when the cops show up, they have a different description of the vehicle when people are driving by. Off-duty police officer, on duty. Well, police officers on duty just don't have they have unmarked cars. He didn't know that. So, Valerie, I just called Valerie. She's the police department now. And fire department, it was about 4 o'clock when they extinguished everything. The Subaru is not damaged from the heat exposure, just one tree. He didn't have enough time to do all the trees. If he did all the trees, he would have just booted him out and get him out of here because they purposely done. That's a little out man's way to catch, like the mayor's house catching on fire, right? Or the Chevron. So I cornered him and he took off, but he's going to come back and change his clothes and act like nothing happened. That's fine. But he only could do one tree because he knew somebody was in the building. I cornered him, but he went to a different building. And when other guy put him in a different vehicle. And then he drove off and he came back in the same vehicle. And then he left with another vehicle and parked another vehicle. But they were talking, communicating to people. So there's nothing you can do.
It's somebody that lives there and out there.
Right. Illegal immigrant, Hindu, some Chinese, Mexican. He's passing the buck because he worked at the restaurant. So when Vander calls...
No, he worked there?
Vander's no good, but when Vander calls, because he wants to start problems. The house was on fire. Sean Logan, the house, Jim Logan, the father and grandfather, the father's house that's burnt, but I resurveyed that. There's nothing scorched inside the house to house. So they lied about that. So you make me wonder. And the Chevron, the gas lines were not Nobody put sheets and the celery out of the tanks. It was inside the restaurant, in the Chinese restaurant, and also the walk-in and the freezer were tampered with. But the natural cascade propanes were not tampered with. But everything else was. They won't touch the propane natural cascade planes because that's a federal offense. They'll definitely go to federal prison for that. So a little plea bargain on that table there. So I got a lot of options there. So I got fire coverage, liability, and then I called already for flood because of the mall. Because Angel De Leon. And then Jim Weaver, his name is Gary Weaver, not Jim Weaver. So, and the mall, the guy at the fence line of the mall, because I moved all those cherry trees, they threw a fit about that. His name is Angel De Leon. So you're going to deal with those little contesting individuals, like they dropped their vehicle, and the girl that went in your restaurant smoking weed, and then she's playing it off, getting into the till back and forth, put money back and back, because somebody's watching, like, Felix Burrell's watching. You better watch out. Or Vander calls, or somebody calls and they put food and pop in those vehicles, one of those vehicles. One of them was an Astro van, and she's from Warden, and that's the De Leon, one of the De Leon convicts that were inside your restaurant, and they're maybe relatives, so one of the applications. So, yeah, there's nothing you do. I mean, we got full coverage, but the guy's, he's scared shitless. He jumped out the window into another different vehicle.
But nobody was in our restaurant.
I already checked. Nothing.
Nobody.
Oh, no, they won't go in there because they know. I'll just, you shoot him and ask questions later. What are you doing in the restaurant? Shoot him in the leg because he's going to run. And I'll just follow the blood trail. It's really easy. Shoot him once, not twice. Second time, he'll make a scene. He'll say, I'm gonna sue this place. You shoot him once. In the leg. You handicap. Not the... If you want to do financial obligations, the kneecap, that's fine. But above the torso, he won't go nowhere. And if he does, he's going to be bleeding everywhere. And I'll follow the blood. Because I throw bleach everywhere. I'll pay for it.
Unbelievable.
Because I chased him out of 225 10th Avenue. Because when me and Sean pulled up, Sean goes, what are you doing? I'm the mayor of the... There's a story behind that, Sean. And your father, I already know your father before I even discussed to talk to you. And then Sean...
This double-story house...
Alvarez? Or the neighbors on 225? Across the street, Alvarez? Or 225?
The double-story. Two-story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 225. I did everything for them.
But the house belongs to
the mother and father.
Oh.
Father. The children. But now we got another house. Another new house. From foundation, concrete, CWC, pour it, rebar it, and then new lumber. So those immigrants are sitting there eyeballing everything, putting the portions, the pepperoni, sausage, beef, vegetarian. Now, I only eat vegetarian. So they're watching where we're putting the green peppers, bell peppers, and also the legume, the salads. I only eat salad. That's all I eat, water and salad. I don't drink pop. So they're sitting there trying to do a direct commute. Oh, he's connected. I don't even go in the restaurant anymore because of that. Because they want to see everything in the function connected. Oh, it goes to the bank, and we can get a loan, or we can do this. Well, you can come in the office and you can sign a little paper, and then you can move in. But we're not going to loan you money right off the bat because you had no work history. Because Vander didn't have work history. Okay, that's how it started. And then they got in the restaurant and they started pulling leeches off you. And after that, we got full coverage of everything. I'm doing everything with my hands and repairing everything. And now I'm going to call the adjuster. But we need the police to get involved before we get an adjuster for the profit of replace the fiberglass, a little spackling. Oh, do the gutters. We can get new gutters out of that. So I want to get steel gutters, not the plastic stuff.
Yeah, these plastic ones.
That's Vander. Vander, they want to pay for the steel. He wanted to pay for the plastic, which is really easy. Took him like 10, 15 minutes. Takes about 10, 15 minutes to do one side.
They leak all the time. When it rains.
Oh yeah, it's a perfect example. You saw what it did, what it is. Now I got steel on the other side of the bigger two-story one. On the other side. You see how nice that looks? And it stands up. It's right behind you open the door, you see it, there's gutter. That steel casting is better. For the winter, the summer.
Oh yeah.
It'll work.
Yeah. Because in the winter we have icicles.
Oh crap.
Down everywhere.
And then the lawsuit, that lady over, remember she had that sickle they're complaining about.